Zoom recording. Okay, so once again, welcome. Let me share my slide again so that we don't put each other's time. Because if I start talking, I can talk and talk and talk. So I like to be guided by this slide. Where's the share? I share. Going. Okay. Trying to slide so I can see. Okay, just a minute. Just give me a minute. Let me sign into my other phone so that if messages or any guys I can see. Sorry. Can you hear me now? Yes, I can hear myself.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, thank you. Forgive me. I don't know why. It has been a very stressful day for me. So I'm just
The Lord is your strength.
thank you, Ma. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's just go ahead and start. So today, like I said, I want to once again welcome everybody. And I want to share with you why I am here today and why I'm encouraging others to be on the same spot with me. So sometimes in 2014, can you mute, please? Thank you. Sometimes in 2014, that just, I think in August 2014, he just fell ill. And we took him to the hospital. Madam Mary, please mute.
I don't know the talk.
Thank you. So we took him to the hospital, and within a space of 1 month, my father just died like that. And that was the first time I could just imagine that somebody would die. Or, I never in my life imagined that anybody around me, my parents, somebody would just die like that. So, but along the line, when we took him from the hospital, from one hospital to the other, one of the doctors told us that because he was using a particular painkiller for too long, that painkiller had damaged his kidney, had affected his kidney. So, and my dad was using this thing because he had arthritis. And the doctor, one of his doctors told him not to use that medication, but he said he couldn't stop because if he stopped, the pain was unbearable. So that was like a blow to me. That how can, medicine, because at that point, I'd never ever heard anything contrary, that medicine will cause problems. Like now, at least I know that a lot of people know about it now, that there are side effects to medicine. But I never ever imagined. I studied biochemistry, so it was easy for me to go into research. Why would medicine? And that was when I found a whole world of natural medicine. And that's why I learned so many problems with the orthodox medicine that we had. And then, so before then, I used to do business with Turkish companies. I used to go there, bring in clothes, just, normal businesswoman in Nigeria. But 2015, my next trip to Turkey, I told my partners that I wasn't doing clothes anymore. I wanted to get into the natural health space. And they looked into the product. I had already brought in a list of, because when I did my research, one of the first things I noticed was essential oil. Even in Nigeria, a few people were doing it, but they were using it more for hair. So at that point too, I also turned my hair natural because I now learned about all the dangers of the relaxers and all the chemicals. So that was how I also switched to natural. So when I got to Turkey, I had a list of essential oils and herbs, and even it was mainly essential oils and some skin and hair herbs. But when my partners looked into it, they said, "Oh wow, this is a good, viable future business." That in fact they were so interested in the fact that they had to ask, "Do I want to do it alone, or do I want them to partner with me?" Now, of course, I'm not a greedy human being, just like now. So I said, "Oh, we could do it together," and that was how we started bringing in products from Turkey. MC Herbal, that was the name of the company then. We're bringing in herbs, essential oils, supplements, even some kind of like zinc, so many things. And we're using Conga to sell. So it was selling fast. And the truth was that the testimonies I was getting then was very interesting, And then, of course, at that time, I had also shifted. So I was using essential oils. Basically, that time I was basically using essential oils, not even herbs, because a few herbs, but mainly essential oils. I used it in my household. I used my mom. So at some point, of course, because my dad already had arthritis, my mom was already having arthritis too. Of course, because, when people have the same lifestyle, they'll be exposed to the same disease. So it wasn't surprising that she also had arthritis. But because of my dad's experience and because of the knowledge I'd had, I was able to help her transmission, how do you call it? For her not to use painkillers, In fact, I forgot, I wanted to show her a picture then and now in this, but I didn't prepare for that. Maybe the next time I'll actually share it. She looks younger. So my mom was 71 2 weeks ago, I think, on the 19th of September. She looks a whole lot younger now. She's strong. She doesn't have to depend. Of course, she doesn't even depend on medicine anymore. My own household, my children, all of us, I can't remember the last time we have to use malaria medicine. First of all, we don't really fall ill frequently. Secondly, if anything even comes up at any point in time, children, normally they would have flu, catarrh, cough, and that's not abnormal, actually. That's how they develop their immune system. So for most people on this shot that go and give their children antibiotics for it because of mild fever or cold or all these respiratory issues, you are endangering those children's, immune system. You are tampering with their immune system. So, but because I had a son who was, then he was always in the hospital every time, and they were always giving him antibiotics. You see, the moment I discovered these essential oils, that was, the way everything changed. And then before you know it, I was able to help my mom and my whole family and every of my friends. Simple things as headache, and we just transitioned. And I ran this business till 2019, 2020. Then COVID happened. We couldn't import, I couldn't import, I couldn't continue with the business anymore and all of that. And then I also had, I got pregnant, but even during COVID, we were using essential oils as our own sanitizers. I'll come there later. So, but after some time, after COVID, I think in 2021 or 2022, I decided that, okay, so since these oils, I heard that they sell essential oils in Ojota, let me see if I can continue to do business from there. Maybe I can buy my product. My brother, my sister, when I went into Ojota to buy, lo and behold, what they presented to me as essential oil was far from essential oil. In fact, I could conclude that they just gave me paraffin oil in the name of essential oils. I'll explain why, There were so many, there are certain standards that essential oils have. These ones were, so and because I still had people asking me for this. So then we sold essential oils, enough oils to even children with autism, and it really helped them. So there, it was like, I was really helping a lot of people, different people who have sleep problems. So because I wasn't importing, but people were still asking me for the product, and that was why I felt like I needed to go and see if I would get other sources. But of course, Ojota wasn't helping. So I had to get back into the business. And basically, of course, all of these years, during COVID, I was actually now made to do more study in herbal space. Although in 2017, I had taken a full course on, I was a certified essential oil coach. So I discovered that this wasn't happening. I started this business back, I think 2022 or 2023 with Bio Naturals, now a new name. And I source my oils from Turkey, India, and different places. And we still continue with this. I still continue to help people with health, good health. My neighbors, my church members, people who have children, especially babies. You know how they can panic. Most of them I say, don't panic, just use this. So, but basically, I just felt like I couldn't keep up with the demand. I couldn't keep up with meeting because, like I've said, the reason why I came into this health space was because, one, I wanted to make sure that my mom didn't suffer the same fate like my dad did. Two, I wanted to also help the whole world because the information I found out then was, so it was like a dream to me. And I know that a lot of people didn't know, even up to date, some people don't even know. Like, I'm surprised that some people still do not know that ordinary fever, mild fever, cold, catarrh, you don't need antibiotics for it. You don't even need all those antihistamine, catarrh, cough and cold, that's what they call them. All those medications, you really don't. You need natural, because these responses are your system working. So when you start bringing in all these foreign things to your body, you actually will be tampering with your immune system, or the strength of your immune system. So that's why I now decided that, okay, because I really cannot catch up. I can't keep up with most of the people that come to me. So I decided to throw this open, let more people know about essential oils, and let more people know how to use it. Mr. Femi, please mute. Let people know more about it and let people know how to use it. And of course, and there's also a business side to this, because right now I can tell you that very few people that are doing essentials. So I'll go straight into what are the problems and why should you really look at. Let me leave. So today, before I leave it, I'm going to show you how essential oils can transform health and also open up a business opportunity in the world where Mr. Femi. So we move on. So what are the problems? Why am I suggesting or think that we need to use essential oil? People need to move to. So it's just a case of, the problem is that chemicals and the modern life is causing problems. Now, because I'm also a naturopath, herbal practitioner, so I have consultations with people almost every day. And one of the things we see, a lot of health conditions that you can see that are just toxins in the body causing all of these things. And where are these toxins coming from? They are coming from chemicals that we are using in our body cream, as our deodorant, in our washing things, in so many ways. I'm not even saying in the medications that you use. So medication is part of it. Your cleaner, your cosmetics, your fragrance, for example, now your perfumes and deodorant, those contains a whole lot of things, chemicals that are like hormones. They get into your body and tamper with your normal hormones. And then, a lot, especially these deodorant, some people will even go as bad as using antiperspirant. Now, antiperspirant will block your sweat from coming out. And you know that sweat is part of the body's excretory system. And you have lymph nodes around that place. Now, when you block it from coming out, that's one of the major causes of breast cancer. So in the case of guys, many other things, they are hormone. When you have erectile dysfunctions and all of those things, it's because of all these chemicals. They are tampering, that's part of it. They are tampering with the hormones that are supposed to be functioning properly. So because of that, essential oils are things, because of, for example, now when we talk about these deodorants, essential oils contain, they have these same antimicrobial properties. So why are you having odor most times? There are some microbes there. It gives you good aroma, and it also kills the odor. So I'll give some examples. So Essential oils, they are natural, and they'll just blend with your skin naturally. So, like I said, rising cases of cancer, hormonal imbalances, infertility, allergies, because these things will also on your skin. Most times, some of the creams and things we use on our skin are, and then even they also help ease stress with essential oils. So, oh my God. So present and the future. And we all know now also that there's a lot of these medications are also not solving problems for people's health right now. And people are now really looking for natural things. And guess what? It's not, I don't even see it getting better, because we are now in the days of GMO. Now they're now not even introducing, now you have the right to choose which chemicals. You can say, okay, I don't want these chemicals on my skin. But GMO now, they are putting it in the DNA of the plants. So how many people, how are you going to escape these things? So we need to begin. So definitely, having somebody who is preferring solutions to move from to transfer from chemical to natural for the sake of prevention of diseases and all of that is something that is not just for the present, not just present. It's a business. If you are one person that's providing that kind of solution, it's not just something about the present, but it's present and future. And the interesting thing is that essential oils are not something that started today. So it's also the ancient. So the past, the present, and future. That's what essential oil is. Let me just past, present, and future. That's what essential oil is. So let's now talk about the solutions, which is still this essential oil. So, like I said, a brief essential oil is not today. It didn't start today. It started for example, in the Egyptian days. The Egyptians used essential oils thousands of years ago. Indians, the Chinese people, Greece, of course, are even more modern because they use them in those their bath, in those their jacuzzis of those days. They use essential oils for healing, for beauty, for spiritual purposes. Essential oil was also talked about in the Bible, So these are not recent things that you just say, okay, maybe these are not far stories. Okay, now this is what is working. No, this has been. It still is now. Even the science medicine, for example, the father of one of the early scientists that brought medicine, discovered the healing power of lavender by chemical poured on his hand, and he merely dipped his hand into the lavender essential oil, and then all of a sudden he found out that that hand healed almost immediately. He didn't have any damage, and that's how the guy started pushing for essential oil. So essential oils are something that has been there in the past, and up till this modern day, they still use essential oils. Like we use it in aromatherapy for those who really do detailed aromatherapy. We use it as naturopathies where it's recommended, and even in integrative medicine. And that's to say that in some hospitals abroad, in the US, in France, in Germany, they use essential oils presently. So it's a business that has come to stay. It's a line of business that has come to stay and is going nowhere. So that's one of the reasons why I'm saying people need to get into this aspect, because something is a billion-dollar business all over the world, but in Nigeria nobody's really exploiting it, and it's either for the money or but for me, I think it has to do first with helping people get better and get well. If at least it's just you and your family, that's one thing, and then somebody who sees it as a business, that's another thing. Now let's now move to few benefits of essential oil. These are just few out of many. Now, essential oil will support your immune system. So I am one person for prevention of diseases. Don't wait until disease comes. For example, when we talk about flu, all this cold, catarrh, and all that, if you use essential oil regularly, you most likely will prevent all of those things, because you will just find out that this, for me now, for example, I know a lot of us know that right now, a lot of people are having these sore throats. A lot of people are having cold, catarrh. You can see it with fever, and people are running around looking for solution, thinking that they're having some big problem. Sorry, give me a minute. I need. Okay, so prevention, like for example, with all people around me having different kind of, I'm exposed to some of all these, but I hardly, and once the slightest hint, most times it doesn't even, most times I hardly have cold, catarrh, and those things are things that tells the strength of your immune system sometimes. And when some stubborn one tries to come, it just takes me one day because I know what to do. Is it catarrh? Is it cough? They don't stay because I know what, just one day of dealing with it, it won't even stay a whole day before it goes. So like during COVID, why there was scarcity of sanitizer, oils like tea tree oil was what we used, lemongrass was what we used as sanitizers in my house. We also had, when you have children or people with fever, peppermint oil, lemongrass will help bring down fever. So instead of running to them because of fever, meanwhile, fever is your body's normal immune response. It's normal. Don't be afraid. Don't run. Of course, I'm not saying you shouldn't, when you see a high fever, you shouldn't do something about it. But there's just put lemongrass or peppermint oil will bring down any fever. Bring down fever. So respiratory issues, I've said it, allergies, sleeping. You have people who can be using these inhalers. Or, the funny one for me is that St. Pen night of, you have some people that use cold and catarrh. I've forgotten, all those things have side effects, serious side effects. So you want to look for natural ways, and essential oils will help with all those situations. Allergies, sleep, stress, stress, because daily we all are exposed to stress one way or the other. And the way to deal with it most times is to use oils to help there are some calming oils that will help your body relax so that your body can actually stop the stress response. Because when you are going through stress, you are allowing your body go through some processes that are like a rescue system for your body. It's a long story, but it's like a rescue system. That's the way I like to. So when you have oils that you are using, that is helping you deal with this stress. Headache. Some people will run to go and be using paracetamol, or even some people use Felvine for pain, menstrual pain. Essential oils can deal with all those things almost immediately and naturally to balance hormones, to support digestive system. For example, you are having bloating situation, before you know, you are popping antacid, which is also very bad for your health and worsening the situation in your digestive system. The best thing to use when you have bloating or digestive discomfort, peppermint oil is excellent. All you have to do is just massage. And these things are not things that you even have to take eternal. You'll be surprised. They have ability to penetrate into your body. So all you need to do is just massage. And for digestive issues, your skin health too. People with infection on their skin, eczemas and all of that. These are things that essential oils will take care of naturally. And the best part of it is also your emotional support. Like I said, it will help calm anxiety. And I wake up in the morning, I have energy blend, because energy is very important for me to be talking. If I tell you all the things that I've done today, and I still have this energy to be talking with like this, I can tell you that it's not, I have things that I use. I have energy blends. In my energy blends, I have peppermint, rosemary, frankincense, and it keeps, so you wake up in the morning feeling dull or something, just use your energy blend and you'll be fine. Or you want to go to bed after a very stressful day, you have oils that you can use to actually let you have a deep rest. So it's very good. It sharpens focus. Yes. So you want to really focus on your work, for students, for yourself, work. These oils are excellent for it. So in this webinar, I'll just talk about 5 starter oils, 5 oils that I believe that everybody should have in their house, either for business or for personal. At least these are good because they are versatile. They can do a whole lot. They are over 90 to 100 essential oils. But you cannot have all essential oils. But there are some basic essential oils that I call them the first 8. Those are the things that should contain, your first 8 should contain. And so these 5 are just some of them. My own 5 top oils. And 5 of them is peppermint, frankincense, eucalyptus, rosemary, lemongrass. So I'll just take some brief benefits of each of these oils. They have many more benefits, but I'll just give you a few benefits of them. So peppermint, for example, now peppermint is, and everything I tell you that they do are scientifically validated. So these are things that research has even confirmed. And apart from research, even me, I use it. So I talk about things. These oils are oils that I've used and I use every day of my life. Look at them, they are all there. They are different dimensions. So look at this. One of my favorite oil is peppermint oil. This is eucalyptus oil. This is frankincense oil. We have tea tree here. Just name them. We have different. This is frankincense. So see that. Name them. So peppermint oil, for example, now headache is almost instant. Almost instant. These are not. I'm not telling you fables. I'm telling you what works. Just few drop of peppermint. Rub your temples, your forehead, and the back of your neck, and you feel relief. So maybe tension, headache, you are stressed, just do that. There's no need to start popping paracetamol or painkiller for that. Your digestion, like I said, massage your stomach with peppermint oil, and your digestive system will be perfect. Whatever inconvenience you are feeling there, is to take care of it. Focus and energy. That's the top. One of my own best use for it is focus and energy. So sometimes I'm in church and I'm feeling sleepy. All I need to do is just put my oil in my hand or in my handkerchief and inhale it. Trust me, I'll wake up. So those are few benefits of peppermint oil. I mean, there are a lot more which we'll talk more about later. So we have frankincense. Frankincense is referred to as the king of oils. And frankincense, I'm sure a lot of you know that frankincense was talked about in the Bible. It was part of the gift that was given to Jesus Christ when he was born when he was born. So you can know how valuable it is if it was mentioned, because there are also spiritual aspects to all of these oils. So now frankincense is a very excellent oil. It's a stress relief oil, and it brings, stress relief and relaxation is good for it. Supports your skin, anti-aging, because they have rejuvenating regeneration of cell. It has the properties that help regenerate cell. Frankincense is one of the few oils that are known research for cancer, especially brain cancer, because very few things can pass through that barrier, the brain barrier. So frankincense is one of them. Another oil, rosemary, we'll get there. Yeah, so these things are very, 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 very useful. People with stroke and all of those kind of things. These are oils that you need to do because they help improve circulations and so many things. So it supports skin healing, perfect for meditation and prayer, like I said. So eucalyptus is the oil for respiratory, every form of respiratory issues. It will clear the congestion. Maybe at night you have a child or you yourself, your nose is blocked, you cannot sleep, or cough is disturbing you. Inhale eucalyptus oil and you'll be fine. Just put a few drops around, and it's also safe for children. Of course, but oils are to be diluted. You do steam inhalation, it will clear the system. It would and then you can also use. So sometimes for people who have allergies, sometimes it's in the air. What is causing that allergy for them is in the air. By the time you diffuse oils like eucalyptus oil, it will also clear that air. So it's just, because you know what, when I say I'm rich in prevention of diseases, I really know what I'm saying. Because when you are using all these things, you will just find out that you are healthy, you are preventing. But most time, people don't see the value in those things until you stop it before you know it. You just find out that if the frequency of falling ill will reduce. And even when all this, because the common things that come is this common cold, cough, catarrh, and all those things. And when they come, they will not stay long before they go. So let's just go ahead to rosemary. One of my favorite oils is rosemary. And rosemary is very popular in Nigeria. People use it for hair. You have I see videos of people saying how to do beard oil or hair oil or gray hair, all sorts of things, and they'll tell you to put rosemary. Those ones are called infused. You are just trying to infuse the oil, but essential oil is like the real life of a plant. So essential oil will give you much more benefits than what an infused oil would do. So it's good for hair growth. It stimulates hair growth because it also helps circulation very well. It improves memory. It's the perfect oil for everything memory health, for cognitive health. So memory, focus, for children, for adults. These are research proven things. So I'm not just talking fables. Ease sore muscles. Same thing with peppermint. If you have pains in your muscles, so of course I have pain blends from when I've done exercises or for any reason, maybe I have pain all around me. Just blend rosemary, peppermint, frankincense. I have some blend of oils like that. Dilute them, use them on those muscles or the areas that are paining you, and you'll be relieved. No need to go and start using painkillers to do that. So we have lemongrass. Lemongrass, very good mosquito repellent, insect repellent. It's not until you keep using all those insecticide in our house, which is also harmful to us, harmful to the body. So by either applying it tropically or having a spray bottle, filling it in spray bottles with water, and will keep insects away from your house, or from wherever you are. So it's known for mosquito repellent. It helps to reduce fever. I've mentioned it. It also cleans and freshens your home. It smells, and it's also one of the oils you can use for your deodorant because it has this deodorant effect. It's a deodorizer. I was looking for the word. It's a deodorizer. If you put lemongrass maybe in a plate or something after, and you put it in your freezer, if you have a freezer or a fridge that has a bad odor, just put it there. It will suck off that odor. So we have some. So I'll just share some recipes with you that you can actually do yourself, and like a sleep, like I said, relax and sleep roll. So you can have these roll-on bottles, those ones they're available. You just do like a mix of lavender, orange, geranium, and then dilute it with some carrier oil, either your almond, coconut oil, or whatever carrier oil you use. And then roll it over normally under your feet, or just simply put this blend, a few drops of it on your pillow. You have sound sleep. Or you burn it, you diffuse it. It will give you sound sleep. So you also have natural surface cleaner. Take water, and when I say surface cleaner, that means it will remove germs and bacteria, and it's natural. So because most of all these ones that we use, they have harmful chemicals that they use to do them. So for those who are trying to shift to natural, these are things because these simple chemicals, small, that we use daily, they are building up in our body and causing issues. So we have to gradually shift to natural things. So for even the cleaners that you are using in your house, water, vinegar, lemon, eucalyptus, blend it together, put them on surfaces and use to clean things. Energy focus blend, like I mentioned. Peppermint. Orange is a happy oil. I like orange oil because I like to call it happy oil. It will just, what it does is to make you happy. So I blend my peppermint, my rosemary. I put some frankincense and then this orange oil, and that's my energy. It's either I'm diffusing it, my handkerchief, and I put it close to me. I can also put it under my nose, at the back of my neck or in pulse points, and my energy is back. So like I mentioned earlier, your mosquito spray, water, lemongrass, eucalyptus. You can also use lemongrass, peppermint, lavender. All these things will repel mosquitoes from your environment. So let me just mention few, because of time. I don't want to take our time this night. So few testimonials that I personally, some of my clients that I have actually taken care of. So when you have infections like vaginal infection due to maybe candida overgrowth in women. I've had a patient that had that. He was a husband that even did his research. He did his research and found out that tea tree oil was good for that. And he ordered it and bought it himself. He came back to tell me that there was it's healed. The smell he used to get from there stopped just by using tea tree oil. Now for children, that one is multiple, so not just children, but multiple parents that called me up saying that their child had always had blocked nose, doesn't sleep well, blah, blah, blah. Just sent essential oils like eucalyptus and all of those kind of oils. And they will call me back, give me feedback to say thank you for the first time in 10 years, for the first time in 60 years, my child can't sleep. So I have testimonies like that. Then anxiety, some people have high blood pressure because of anxiety. Some oils can help with that. I've had testimonies of women especially that oils were able to help them with their high blood pressure issue. because it was able to help them calm down, help their body stay calm. So frequent headache, testimony of that one is continuous, you know. So now let's talk about the business opportunity in of time. So health is something people always need, whether you like. So now we have AI. AI, most likely, if you don't sit well, AI can take your job take people's job, not yours. But if you don't know what you are really doing. But you see, when it comes to health, AI cannot completely take that from us, especially if you position yourself well. So health is something that is one business, one space that would always stay. People will always need health, even more during times like this, now that there's so much pollution. I used to tell people that, look, when we were younger, when I was younger, we ate our snacks were climb mango tree, plug mango, oranges at the backyard. When it's corn season, they plant corn. So we ate natural things as snacks. But these days, the snacks you will give your children, biscuits, all sorts of things to drink, all those harmful pro-inflammatory food that will make them to continue to perform. So people always keep doing, and that's what is available. They don't have the trees to climb like we had. So they will always, unfortunately, they will have health issues. So people need, it's strategic to position yourself as a health provider. Then people need to shift from chemical to natural. So and it's a multi-billion-dollar global market, because even the pharmaceutical companies now, you find out that some of them are already producing herbal products. So essential oils are affordable, and it's something that people will keep coming back to buy. So they will repeat purchase, and it's a steady income for you. Like I told you, in 2020, but it's this same business that is still, since 2015 that I went into. Meanwhile, I used to do clothes, nothing. So people will owe me. But since I started essential oil, I have some credits, one. And then there's always income. There's always something, because there's always somebody that needs to buy. So there's always income for me. So it's a steady income. And then, but with the right training. So all this is I've said is just the tip of the iceberg. You cannot just jump into, you have to have deep knowledge of these things. That's the best way to, get the benefit of it. There's nothing that you just get the surface and get into it, and you have to dig deep into it. Gold, you have to dig deep. Knowledge or the right training, you can build a business with low startup costs. You can help people prevent disease and live. Oh dear. Okay. You can create a steady financial inflow, even in the changing times with all of these AI disruptions and everything happening. You can be on top of your game with essential oils. Now, why this webinar is a turning point for you? World need people who can guide others from chemical to natural. You can guide others out from chemical to natural. Right now, even as an essential oil teacher or coach, just talking about helping people move from these chemicals. Just imagine, just even deodorant, educating people about the use of these deodorants or antiperspirants and provide a solution for them. That's a big market. And guess what? In Nigeria, we don't have any, and this is a simple things that can be done. Most of those products are imported. Meanwhile, we can do our own. So you are not just learning oils, you are gaining skills, to impact health and wealth. And this business is of present and future. It is of the past, present, and future. So now, based on this knowledge, I have now I sat down and I decided to open up this knowledge and all of these things I have. Like I said, it's not something you can simply easily. It's not something you can just get into without getting knowledge about. I know some of us already have faint knowledge and want to know more. So in 2017, along the line of my business, I had to take a course in this essential oil, in the Essential Oil Institute then. And this course, as at that time, cost me $700. As at that time in 2017. Because I had to know more. That was the truth. And that's the way I am. I don't just stay with. I had to know more about it. So I paid you can imagine what $700 was then. Now, when I said, let me look at this course, how much does it cost? This course cost $2,000. Of course, there's no Nigerian that's teaching about essential oil. So this is even an open space now. So it's me that is now, because only me have been eating and enjoying from it, because it's different to just sell them. It's even better when you have deep knowledge about it. But like I said, I can't take all of it by myself. So that's why I decided to now start a training institute for essential oils for those who really are looking into helping people transition, either for themselves or their family, or to go into business full time. There are different angles you can take in essential oils. Like I said, you could be a cream manufacturer. You need to understand how to use essential oils. It could be that you could even take the pain aspect of, you just want to help people with pain. There are blends that I can guarantee you will give you quick results. So I decided to put it as I was taught, also put a course out on this purpose. And the good thing, one of the reasons why this webinar is a game changer for you is because, okay, apart from the fact that in that course, what you will learn, you would, in that course, you will learn over 40 essential oils, the body system. So in natural health, we don't just look at symptoms. We have to understand body systems and the diseases, conditions that affect these systems, how the essential oil how the essential oils can help. We'll talk about practical aromatherapy. Aromatherapy is using oils and to also heal. And that's where you have massage under. Now, we have techniques like reflexology, which is under your feet. Now, you have nerve endings under your feet. Want to target my eye, for example, I can't put essential oil in my eye if my eye is disturbing. But I can put it somewhere under my feet and it will actually get to that place, because all the nerve endings for the different part of the body ends at the feet. So you need to understand how that works. So in this course, you will learn that. Then build a business, business building strategy in this space. And of course, you will get a certificate. And then, but what I would like to do is even to share like the brochure of this course with us, so that you can understand what we get in this course when you join this course. So first of all, the course is a 4 weeks. I've compressed. It's supposed to be 12 weeks, but it's too long for people. So I've compressed it to a 4-week course, but it has 12 lessons. Like I said, over 40 essential oil profiles. So you will learn different, because so that I used to tell people, so that in any part of the world you are, there will be some essential oils that will be more common in that place. You will know how to use it. Then we'll be looking at 11 body systems and how essential oils can be used to improve them. For example, now look at the first one. The first lesson talks about the foundation training of essential. I just talked about it briefly when I was saying it's in the Bible, the Egyptians. You will get details of it inside the course. We talk about frankincense, peppermint, eucalyptus, cardamom, and then we'll talk about the respiratory system and conditions like allergies, asthma, bronchitis, common cold, cough, and pneumonia, sinuses, amnesitis. The second, we'll now talk about the foundation. What is really essential oils? How are they different from other oils? Why are they so powerful? Can they cure these, basics? And then, of course, we talk about the cardiovascular system and these various diseases. And like that. And here we talk about the reflexology and massage. That's the one I was talking about. We talked about the nervous system. There we talk, and the limbic system. See conditions like ADHD, addictions, Alzheimer's disease, anxiety, autism, ear infection, headache. All of these are many. So this is the brochure. And this brochure is going to be, if you're in the group already, I've been dropping the brochure, but I know that maybe some people are not looking at it. So if you want to know more of it, just look at it. You will see many aspects of this course. So based on these things, I have now brought this course. Like I said, I told you that this course presently costs about $2,000. I took in 2020, in 2017, and I paid $700 for this course. So based on this, I decided to take this course for as much as, for this period again, for this I do every week. So from now till next Wednesday, I will give out this course for 30,000, and this is the lowest it's going to go again, because I know what I'm giving out. So somehow, sir, it feels like I'm also. So I decided that, okay, at least just to encourage people. To encourage people, I am giving it at a very low cost so that as many people that wants to join can join. So just 30,000 between now and Wednesday. After Wednesday next week, I would close 1,000. Now, this course, some people already have students that are already taking this course. And of course, I've been posting the feedbacks, and that's just few because I'm too busy. I can't keep up with all of those. That's why I can't even show. And the way this course goes is that you will have your learning portal. So like one thing too, I would say is that this course, please, I use God to beg you. I need serious people in this course because I tell people when it comes to health, we are talking about people's health, people's life in your hands. So I don't need people that are not ready to learn. They just want to go and do business. No, you have to be ready because I'm not in this course. I'm not doing, it's not the course where you go, okay, where's the video? How to do this, how to know. You're going to read. And then at the end of every week on Saturday, 7 p.m., I have live webinars. We discuss what you have read. We talk about the practical practice of these things, how it can be applied, maybe in business. For the 4 weeks, we'll be having those live classes. But you always have your reading, your materials, and everything with you forever. I mean, for as long as, let me not say forever, but for a very long time. As long as that platform exists, you will have it. So once again, without wasting time, I'll just say that this course is going for 30,000 between now and Wednesday. Interested? I mean, some people started not when we started, and for me to be increasing the price, you know that I know what I'm doing. If I'm not getting feedback, if people are not joining, I will not do that. But because I know that, and I don't want anything given to people free or cheap, they don't value. I have bought courses 5,000, 10,000, and I didn't even open it. So I know what it is, but 30,000 is nothing compared to the value you get in that place. So once again, I am inviting you to join the training now so that you can be a pace setter. You can be one of those that are starting, like in the herbal space, I see a lot of people coming up and selling herb. If you use it, it's overpopulated. Although they are doing it wrongly, when I come into that space, I'll teach people how to do that, how to do it right. So without wasting time, so that we can have time is already 8 o'clock. I wanted us to do maximum 1 hour. So for questions, maybe 2 minutes for questions, and then every other question we can go. So because of all these people that come and throw spam on the group, that's the reason why I close the chat. If you have any question or something, you can chat with me directly. But I will share once again the link to join the class, the advanced training for those who are interested. You can go ahead directly purchase it, or you can chat with me if you have any issues. Because even if you chat with me for purchase, I'll send the link to you. But if you have any complication in trying to buy the course, you can then reach me. Or you have any questions. So let me just leave the floor for 1 minute for anybody that has any questions. Does anybody have any question or anything to say for now before we call it a day? Thank you for listening. Question or contributions? No, I won't have class tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow, yes. For you, yes, madam. Yes, we're having class because you are paid. One of my students, yes. You would have class tomorrow, 7 p.m. I'll date that. So any other question? Okay, so we can call it a day. Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So we'll call it a day. Any question, you can always reach me. So I'll post the link. Once again, I'll post the brochure for those who have not seen it. And then we'll call it a day. Thank you for joining. Hope to see you in the class. Bye for now.